Okay, so this is our 1 week update with the chickens. And these are our Cornish cross rock. And these are the black Marigolds. And those are our Americanas. And what I have done is at night, that box comes over here. It doesn't cover the food, but the food goes on top of the box. So they know at night to go inside the box. It goes upside down. So it's kind of like a little house. And we'll get down here and get some little close-up shots. Let you guys see them. Now these are supposed to be meat birds, and they're supposed to grow like really fast. And everybody else's meat birds that I've seen at 2 weeks are like the size of my other ones, my flock birds. So these are really small. So I don't know if I got lied to or what have you. But just in case everybody asks, they do have a warming light that stays on. And normally with the door closed, it's warmer in here, so just having the door open for that little bit of time, the temperature went down, but it stays about 90, I'll say about 87, 90. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm fumbling with my camera, because for some reason, it's new, and I don't know how to work it just yet. So anyway, like I said, it's new. I don't really know how to work it. So that was a little update on the little birds, and then we're gonna show you guys the flock, the girls, the ones that are long term. So I'm gonna open the door here real quick, and then we're gonna get the camera turned around and show you guys. So I'm gonna step in here, and these are my working crew, my working girls. Oh, I don't want to say it like that because that makes it sound weird. But these are the flock. As you can see, we have our girls down here, and they are working. I put some leaves. We mowed the yard last week. Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We mowed the yard, and instead of putting the yard clippings in the compost, I decided to bring them in here and let the girls work it. So this is their run, and that's the girls. And this one right here, that's Boss Lady. She seems to be the one that tells everybody what to do, and she's always fighting with them. And this one here, she don't have a name. The one over here on the left, that's Penny. Oh, the one that just ran away is Penny. That one there, that's Tasty. And then we have two darker, which I think she's under the, yeah, Boss Lady's over there. So we have two dark Bardrocks. Those are, these here are Lavender Orpingtons. So I'll zoom out. Okay, so those are Lavender Orpingtons. And I think I say it in every one of my videos just so that I remember what they are. But this one here is lighter than this one in the neck head area. Or do I have them backwards? Yeah, that one over there is lighter than this one in the neck area. So they're kind of like all three different colors, but they're gorgeous and they all have their own little attitudes and they're doing their job. And the last time I did a video, I don't think I uploaded it. Yeah, actually I did. I made this thing here so you can see the food level in there, and that's a week. So I changed my girls from the medicated, because it was recommended to take them off of the starter medicated. Yes, I use medicated because I don't want to do the apple cider vinegar thing, because we don't have an actual like water. We just have for the ducks, and everybody drinks out of it. They had a watering system in here and they didn't like it. They weren't using it, so we took it out and just left the one for the ducks. So this here is a bucket, and we made this hanging. We put the bucket, we put the food in the bucket. It's two 2-inch pipes, about 10 inches long. There's inside the bucket, I'll show you guys once the bucket gets empty what it looks like before I refill it back up. But there's couplings on the inside that are glued to the pipes, and then you can see that these are just PVC wires. They're stuck on there. And then what I did is I put these, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's down there. It's a pressure cap. You tighten it and it tightens in there, but it wouldn't work, so we had to put an actual piece of PVC pipe in the bottom. So we cut off 1 inch and put it down in there, and then whenever you tightened it out, it was, hey, that's me down there. How you doing? I'm not in your way. You were over on the other side. So anyway, the food falls down in there. The ducks can get their beaks in it. They do waste, as you can see. They would. Excuse you, Penny. Get over there. Get over there. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Crazy Chicken's over here like pecking my leg. I have a bruise on my leg. She's pecking my leg. So the ducks, whenever they eat out of these, they do spill a lot because ducks are messy. So we put this down on the bottom to catch the excess feed, and the chickens eat out of it. As you can see, they just kind of like walk through it and do their little thing. So this is the ramp that goes into, and ducks are nasty. Now, let's see if it'll focus. And there's the ducks. That's how big the ducks have gotten. They are huge. They're still not completely feathered out, but they are all, I would say they're about 97% white, feathered out. They still have some baby quills, you can see. Ew, that was gross. Thanks for that for the camera. Thanks, Duck Duck. So anyway, that's Duck Duck and Dahlia. So instead of her being the black Dahlia, she's a white Dahlia. So that's the ducks. So I told you guys the last time that I had a little surprise for you. So let me zoom out here. Okay, so what I do with my tomato plants is Pringle cans. Okay, and it rained yesterday non-stop, and I mean it didn't just rain, it poured. So some of my other stuff, and these were in there, so they kind of got drowned. But what I do is I take my little plants like this, but the tomato plants when they're smaller, and because if you've ever looked at the bottom of the tomato plants, you know they have like all these little hairs on the bottom of them. So you can take those and you can plant them. So that's what I do, is I plant them, and as they grow up, I just continue to fill this thing with dirt or potting soil, my potting mix. Okay, and then once they get big enough, they get transplanted up. And right now, the only ones that I have are the ones over there. And those are my tumbling toms, and you can see how they're pruned up. So that's what I do. And I have all these, and I planted out bunching onions, and my bunching onions are coming up really cute, really nice. They're still small, and like I said, we got a bunch of rain yesterday, so they probably got like slammed. I'm trying to figure out this camera, so bear with me. Hopefully by my next video I'll be able to work it properly, and it's not one of those big ones that you see all the other YouTubers using with like big microphones and stuff on the top of them. No, I only have a little Nikon, so this will work for right now. I don't get paid. It's just what I could afford because my phone is full. If you have iCloud, you know what I'm talking about. So give me a minute and we'll be right back. And here's the peanuts. The peanuts are doing somewhat well. Like I said, we got rain yesterday, so they're recuperating. And here's the close-up of our bell peppers. Our plant isn't that big, but it is producing some good bell peppers. So whenever they start getting a little bit bigger or what have you, and I'm sort of surprised because the plant is starting to put off fruit, you know, while it's this small. But it's supposed to be a I think they're called the Great Northern, and I got them from Baker Creek, the seeds, and everybody talks about how they get these big old great big bell peppers, and so far my bell peppers aren't getting that big, so we'll be right back. And here is the birdhouse gourd. As you can see, I used to have a trellis here for my tomatoes, but the trellis blew down and broke, so all I literally have left is this one thing here. And I get some, and I think I have those, what do you call them, vine borers, or maybe caterpillars, worms, something. I know I got worms because they're eating the plants down here, but you can see here and here, and then here I had flowers in here, and then here's my latest flower, which will probably fall off. But this is the birdhouse gourd plant. I had two, but the other one died. So I don't know if I'm going to get any birdhouse gourds this year. So it's a nice runner vine. So, and then we have our beans over here, and we're getting some good beans. We got some starts. We got 4 plants. We had 3 over here and then 1 on the other side of the yard. So we got beans. Looks like it's bending over and breaking itself, so I'm going to have to fix that. So there's that. Here's the update. My plants are still somewhat small, but as you can see, here is the toothache bullseye plant, and these are the little petalless flowers. And I have been drying these. I take them inside and I dry them. I just put them in the oven and turn the oven on to about 200, and then turn it off and wait about a couple of seconds, and then, I won't say a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, and then I'll put the pan in there and let just, you know, as it's cooling down, let it dry them. And that heat with the light bulb on will dry them out about, I think it takes about 24 hours. But I take them and I dry those, and I pull the seeds off of them. And these right here are the wormwood. They're doing pretty good. And I guess you can say I've been doing an aquaponics because I haven't been able to get them in any dirt. So they're still thriving as long as the roots are white. They're doing fine. We'll get that one up out of the water So that's those. And this is a 4-year-old onion that has not produced an onion, and it has not even produced seeds. And here's all my Marys, all my marigolds, well, some of my marigolds. So I got a marigold here, I got a calendula down here, this one, and this gorgeous one, and then I have some here. And I see my cilantro either died and came back, or it's just hidden because I haven't really been taking care of it because I thought they all died. So I have some cilantro there. See, right there, right here. So we'll be trying to figure out how to get that one out without killing it. And then over here on the other side of the yard, these are our potatoes. And if you know how to grow potatoes, good. Because all I did was took a potato, threw it in some dirt, waited for it to start coming up, and then somebody said you just keep throwing dirt on it and throwing dirt on it. And it kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. So I hope that I have potatoes throughout the bucket. If not, then I know the next time just to throw it on top and let it go. But those are the potatoes. And these ones here, this one, this one, this one, that one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 are my safflower plants. And then these are pepper plants. I'm hoping I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow, mosquitoes. So we have 6 of those. And you can see a little bud in there. That one's doing really good. And that one looks like it's coming up really good. And then here's our other bean plant that I was telling you guys about. And I see I already have some ants. And the ants don't bother the plants. They just cover the beans with like aphids and stuff. So they bring up their babies and their aphids. Oh look, we got some beans down here in the bottom. Haha. Okay, so there's some beans down here in the bottom. And there's some beans over there. And I built this trellis. And it was actually 4 different trellises. And I wound up connecting them together. So what I'm going to do is, after all these tomato plants here get big enough and I can get those up potted, I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it out and I'm going to make another one. But I'm going to make with the bottom pieces closer to the ground, like almost like a table, so that I can sit my buckets on it and then take the trellises and put them up the back of it so that my beans grow up the back. And then here we have some onions, and these are curing. I'm hoping that this one still cures even though it got rained on yesterday. It says not to put them in the sun or in the rain, but I don't have anywhere else to put them so that they'll cure. And as you can see, like I said, these are all of our tomatoes. These are a lot of tomatoes, but these are all tumbling toms. And then over here in this container, I tried to do radish. I filled up just a container, put some dirt in it, planted my radish, and all I got was radish greens. Radish greens are good, but we want radishes. So I redid, and this is all that came up. The rest of them I think got taken by the birds. So I think, yeah, because every morning I come out here, the birds are pecking and digging. So you can see these ones, either they got too much water from all the rain yesterday, so we're not going to add any more water to them, but they are doing really good. And that's what potatoes do, is they grow out all these branches, and while all the branches are growing down there, they grow potatoes underground, which is really good. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but something's been digging in my plant. And I have to take that one out because it's getting a little bit too much water. So we're gonna walk around on this side so that the sun isn't in our face. And then here we have some more, I think these are regular tomatoes. And those are some more of my tumbling toms. Why did I plant so many tumbling toms? Because I can take tumbling toms and put them in salads, not necessarily for like eating with other stuff, but you know, you can eat tumbling toms with stuff just as well as you can eat a regular tomato. So, and they're just as good. So I'm gonna have to stand this one right here back up and try to get it back in there. And those are my marigolds. As you can see, something's been eating on my marigolds. Besides me. Yes, you can eat marigolds. So anyway, those are our marigolds. And you're probably going to say, well, why do I have them sitting on this white stuff on the ground? Well, I don't like to mow. I don't like to weed eat. So we have this plastic. And I laid it down. And the weeds stay out of the bottom. And like here, see my big old persona over there, and see here you can see the ants, and I can too. So whenever I come out, I know where to add stuff for ants to keep them out of my plants. And that little one right there, that is a, how do you say it, chamomile, whatever, chamomile plant. I think the Hispanic people, my husband calls it a manzanilla. So it's a manzanilla plant, and it's really good for like upset stomach, helping you go to sleep. It's for colicky babies and stuff like that. So there we have it. And that's our garden update for now. See you next time. Thanks for watching.